So yes, there's been a new update to social media and the algorithm. Now, the interest-based graph that is used on TikTok is also used on all the other social platforms. So the acronym you want to remember for this when developing either paid or organic media is I-Me, meaning IMEI, which is also the acronym that's also found to use to find your phone, ironically. Now, the I in the beginning stands for interest. This is if you're dealing with paid media, because this is how we target people when we're going to go ahead and launch advertisements. Now, if you're doing organic media, you need to motivate people to want to be educated so that they could then take an action, and you can inspire them to take an action. Now, when you're inspiring people to take an action, you always have to tie it to a motivation. That's the only way that people are going to feel motivated to learn and be educated by you. But how do you figure that out? Well, you have to tie it to their interest. So if you know somebody's interested in, let's say, business, social media, or whatever the case may be, finance, stocks, cryptocurrency, and everything else under the sun, this is something that you can then utilize within your motivation. You can say something like, yo, are you into Dogecoin, so on and so forth? Do you see what Elon's doing? How do you think it's going to affect the stock price, so on and so forth? Similarly to the way the coronavirus affected the Corona stock price, right? So if Doge actually goes into practice and that name gets put out there, it's going to get media attention. This will also enhance the profitability of the cryptocurrency of the Dogecoin. Now, this is just looking long term, but it has an effect, and it has been replicated due to the fact that it already happened with the coronavirus, and it affected the Corona stock price when it dropped because people thought that the Corona beer was causing the coronavirus. Now, granted, all that aside, now that you have that and you have their interests aligned with whatever motivates them to take action to be educated by you, this is where you move into tying it to, well, what's going to inspire them to take action. You want to go ahead and problem solve along the way. So you want to state whatever problem that they have, such as trying to grow on social media. And then, of course, from there, say something like, hey, are you trying to grow on social media? Well, check this out. Do these steps and you can do this. Now that leads into the education portion because you motivated them and you've already primed them for the inspiration to take action afterwards. Now, as you're going through with your content, you can say things like, stay tuned to the end of the video for a bonus, or stay tuned to the end of the video to see what happens. Now, this will not only increase your viewership, but the amount of time people spend viewing your content. Now, if this helped you, go ahead and smash that like button. Don't forget to follow me for more tips like this. But let's get back into it, because a lot of people, when they talk about advertising, they don't understand that you target people based upon what they're interested in. Now, if you're creative, your videos, pictures, and words do not match up with what you targeted people with, such as, let's say you're selling insurance and you sound like every insurance person on the block, and you're not the only person on the block that sells that type of insurance. You have to do what's known as finding your unique selling proposition. This is what makes you different than everybody else. Now, this is where your organic content is going to come into place, because it puts you as the authority figure with your motivational videos, as well as your motivational sayings, statements, and quotes within the videos that are already tied to an inspired action or an outcome oriented result that will go ahead and increase the wanting to be educated by you. So if this helped you, don't forget to go ahead and smash that like button. My name is Mike City, or Michael Guerrero, however you want to address me.